I still feel it.
That's why my generation is the illest, man. Like, and even the generation before that, our music had a purpose, man. Well, I'm not going to say that the music today doesn't have a purpose, because these kids are actually crying out and telling us that they're depressed.
You listen to bullshit.
Suicide. They want to commit suicide. That's basically what they're doing to me. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. But DMX wrote a song, Slippin', and I think it was released in 1998, right? And in 2018, 20 years, he used that song to get 4 years off his prison.
So he made that song for himself.
But still, who would have... Music, though. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that song would trump 4 years off a 5-year sentence?
I mean, that's fresh. Hell, anything negotiates some years.
He made it happen. Listen.
Real music.
I won't give a damn if he got started breakdancing.
It worked. I mean, I still think there's a, obviously it's a whole nother topic, but it's a bigger issue that he needs to deal with. That he definitely got to deal with.
He needs help, yeah.
But hey, if the attorney, get that attorney a raise.
I was told that
if that was his or her idea to do that and it worked the way it did, yeah. Listen. All I can say is I know how that system works in a sense. So it's like
I was told
they pull on the emotional strings a lot. So
I was told the reason why the song was played is because his attorney felt as though the judge wouldn't be able to understand the way X articulates himself. He gets overly emotional and overly excited, so it comes off as extremely rough. So his attorney had the idea to play. The attorney had the idea to play the song to show the judge what he actually represents when he's actually articulating himself to his best, from his best perspective. So that's a reason. The reason I was told why that song was suggested.
He could have wrote a letter. That's also an option.
Yeah.
Just like he sat down and
it's an open letter
to that song, he could have sat down and wrote.
All of that's dope because.
But my thing is, okay, the song "Slippin'" it came out 20 years ago, right?
Yeah, you still slipping.
After 20,
you still slipping.
After 20 years,
you still slipping.
I'm gonna let you have that one because you said it. So I'm gonna let you keep yours, and I'm gonna give him something else. So 20 years. So 20 years passed, and you're telling me that you haven't matured past those lyrics?
Damn.
Well, did the lawyer tell him when the song was released, though? Listen,
probably not.
This that new fire we got.
Judge, you just released a song last year, and we would like to play it for you because of the
I don't know. Maybe it's a song like "We Are the World." Maybe it's timeless. I don't know. I'm not a connoisseur when it comes to music. I'm just saying.
Right.
Hey, what do y'all think was the part that got the judge emotional?
Was it long before I hit?
I was thinking that. Woo! Like, damn, look how that nigga got it. Open like a window, no more endo. Look at the video, say to myself, that could have been you.
Should have been that song at the beginning. He was ass on that big time shit. Anyway.
I think that was the. Let me see. So I get back, looking tight, slick again. Fake, jump back on my again. Like I'm trying to think what part really got the judge carry. And it'd be crazy. Like that song was 20 years old.
That's exactly why y'all two shouldn't have been on trial with them. Like y'all shouldn't have been in there with him, because y'all have been in there. Like,
I've been singing.
Oh man, yeah, bro. Like you gotta let him out. Back in the one tear.
I would have been the one lonely tear shit, just a little drip.
while I'm sitting over here, like I know y'all not serious.
I've been pounding my chest, like
yo, I felt that.
I'm like, I get where you're coming from, and I get it. I feel it, like because you put a whole lot of work, because that's an art form. You put a whole lot of your pain and passion. You put everything into it. I completely understand, because that's what I do when I step on stage and I talk. But at the same time, if you're dealing with a situation like that, yes, you can have that. Yeah, you can be like, hey, can you please listen to this too? But you might also still want to do something a little bit different, something separate from the characteristics that they know you for. You might have to step outside of your comfort zone for them to understand just how serious you are about what you've done that's wrong and how you realize that it's wrong and you want to actually change.
That's the motivational speakery. Nigga, you can't be slipping 20 years later.
Yeah, it's a long time.
I'm sorry. That's
I get you. I get you. You broke it down.
I had a bad week last week. I was like, I ain't going through this shit no more.
Yeah, it's like
last week. I ain't doing this shit again.
Like, I'm serious. I could be home with my wife, and my wife would be like, listen, okay, you done had these pants on this chair
for 2 days.
For 2 days now.
Yeah.
wash these pants.
Yeah.
You're not going to keep doing this. And I'm like, yeah, I got to go wash these pants. I'm not going to wait 20 years later for me to be like, you know what? I really should have washed some pants.
I really want to name this episode something like that. 20 years later, still slipping. Nah, man, slipping 20 years later. Something like that.
Somebody make a meme out of it or something. Somebody going to make a parody.
20 years later.
I'm telling you right now, it's going to be some YouTube or Instagram comedian that makes some type of parody out of situation.
DMX is probably
20 years later, still slipping.
Maybe,
and I'm not going to find it funny.
Maybe he would have got, maybe 5 years for him would have gave him the time he need to actually fix himself.
I was thinking that maybe he should have got 5, and that would have been the time. Because you know what's going to happen is DMX is going to come out and he's going to go back around the same people that don't care about him anyway. They're just like, yo, go in the booth, make me some money. Go on tour, make me some money. Nobody has helped him.
People don't look at jail like that.
In his entire, not jail, but nobody has helped when he comes out. Nobody has helped X his entire time out.
So what I'm saying is though, it's like people don't look at jail as like a rehabilitation thing. They look at it as just solely your freedom being taken away. Just your freedom being taken away, which is an aspect to it as well. But some people actually need to sit their ass down away from the shit that they get into.
Well, listen, I was just at the reentry conference just yesterday. Literally, just yesterday, I was at the reentry conference at St. Peter's. And
shout out to St. Peter's.
Yeah, thank you. And the biggest thing that they were talking about the entire time that we were there is the simple fact that you have got to stop locking up these people who have an addiction. There, whether it be a heroin or they're transitioning from opioids to heroin, because that's what happens. And they're judging them as if, or trialing them, or whatever you want to call it, as if they're just these criminals. Okay, they're not criminals. They have a condition. They have an illness that they're dealing with, right? And instead of giving them therapy, the first thing you do is throw them in jail, and they're in there cold turkey trying to kick this habit. You could kill them.
Yeah.
You can kill him.
DMX is going to jail for taxes.
Well, yeah, that's different. That's different. But in the beginning, he had an issue like that.
Well, I think all his jail time has been for child support or something. It's been about money. I don't think he's ever been in jail for drugs. But you are right, because everybody else goes to jail when it's dealing with drugs instead of giving them. I was listening to a podcast, The Hood Geniuses.
Shout out to the Hood Genius podcast.
They had a guest on their show, and one of the guests, the guest was actually in jail at the time. And what he said was the lady that was sitting with a bunch of the inmates was telling all these people who were drug dealers that they were actually entrepreneurs. They just had the wrong product.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's kind of like, even though DMX went for drug using or whatever, when it comes to drugs, if they really wanted to break it down to the black man about, listen, I know what you're trying to do, but you're doing it wrong.
You're using the wrong vehicle.
You're wrong, right.
Using the wrong vehicle.
We would all, but they don't want to help us like that. Why would they help us? We're entrepreneurs.
Well, the thing
people want to be great.
The thing is, we have this habit of pointing the finger all the time. We do it a lot. Oh my, it's this person's fault. It's the man's fault. This is that. Blah blah blah. That I can't have this or I can't have that. And we don't have enough people that are actually brave enough and have enough courage to say, hey, if I want to change this, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to find a way to do this. I'm going to find a way to make this work. Like you said earlier, how a lot of the drug dealers that we have right now, they don't even realize that they have an entrepreneurial mindset. And they're killing us because we need them. We need them to go out and use whatever gift it is that they have, whatever ideas that they have for those products and or services, to use that to stimulate the economy, to use that in the community. Okay, fine. We know how the name of the game goes. We know how it goes, how it was in old school, right? You got into the game, you did what you did for a set amount of time, and then you got out. Once you get out, then you reinvest that money and you get a business, you do whatever you got to do, and you flip it, and you do it the right way.
Yeah.
And now I'm not saying that you're supposed to get into the drug game. I'm not saying you're supposed to get into the drug game.